I'm Jack Hour, and welcome to another edition of Half Hour Jack Hour. On today's show, we're going to be talking about school leadership. So I'm joined by some of our leaders in sports and in school leadership positions. So I'm going to start with Ben Niggle, and he's going to describe what he does.
So I'm a sophomore here at Nauset, going into my junior year. Some of the activities that I do at Nauset are Best Buddies. I'm the vice president of Best Buddies, vice president of my class, the class of 2019, the president of Project Purple, treasurer of student council, as well as a member of the varsity boys tennis team.
Kylie?
I do student council. I'm a freshman. I was reelected the president for the second year. That's it.
My name is Bevan Burns, and I'm the senior class president. This will be my second year of being a tennis captain, and I'm also on the executive board of student council.
I'm Tori Shee. I'm a member of the volleyball team, the winter track team, and I'm the captain of the golf team, and I'm also a member of Key Club.
And I'm Spencer Jones. I'm a sophomore, going to be a junior, and I am going to be a captain of the basketball team next year.
Great. So let's talk about some of the class activities. So I guess we'll start with Ben. What did the class of 2019 do this year?
Fundraiser-wise?
Yeah.
So this year we focused heavily on doing fundraisers where a lot of people can get involved. So we did a car wash, which was a lot of fun, and that helped get some of our classmates involved and actually help fundraise. And another big fundraiser that we did, as well as a junior class did, was a basket fundraiser, which brought in a lot of money.
Great. And what about the freshman class?
Well, we just started doing fundraisers, so we did a lot of different ones. We did candy cane selling around the holidays. We've done 2 car washes. I think that's mostly it.
And Bevan?
And this year we've done a lot of car washes this year. We did cookie dough sales, so everyone sold cookie doughs to their family and neighbors. We did a gift basket sale. We did a gingerbread house baking competition, and a few other little ones here and there.
And you two were reelected, and then Ben ran this year for vice president and was successful. So what motivated you guys to run?
I think for me it was just I was involved in Senate for 2 years, and I just wanted to get more involved and be able to voice my opinion a little more. And by being elected to an office gave me that platform to actually go ahead and make some of the big decisions.
And what were what are your ideas for next year that you want to bring to the Senate as vice president?
So I think I want to do a lot more fundraisers. I feel like that this year we didn't be able to do as many fundraisers as I would like to do. And I think part of what we need to look into is doing different meetings, because we meet in the morning and that just isn't enough time to talk about fundraising. So I think maybe switching that would be a good idea to look into.
What motivated you to run, Kylie, again?
I ran again because I liked being president this year because I liked the responsibility and I liked talking to everyone and in our grade and relating to them and helping them solve the issues that they had.
Great. And Bevan?
So I ran again because I absolutely love being class president. I love organizing all of the fundraisers and helping to get so we can have a great senior year with all of the possibilities that we can have regarding prom and senior activities. And next year I'm really going to focus on getting more class participation and involvement, because that's an area where I know a lot of classes struggle with, and if we can just boost up the participation, I think that would go a long way.
And would you find that your role over this past year was kind of difficult because of freshman and sophomore years not doing as much? Do you think you had more of a to carry? Do you think in that way?
Yeah. So this year was pretty much the make or break year.
Yeah.
With if we're gonna have prom in the gym or if we can have it at a nicer location. So the sophomore and the freshman class, they did a great job for what they could, but the lack of participation and everything definitely hindered that. But this year we were able to raise more money than we raised sophomore year and freshman year combined, which just added to our total class funds to make it senior year looking like it was going to be a really affordable option for whatever we choose to do.
Well, I'm happy because I'm a senior. So now I want to turn it over to the sports. So Tori, you were the girls golf captain for varsity.
Yes.
And so what was that responsibility like this year?
So a lot of it is coordinating between the coaches and the team and making sure there's good communication with the team and the coaches. And also just uniting the team, like hosting team dinners at our coach's house, or sometimes we go out for pizza, and just keeping the team very friendly and not a harsh environment.
And Spencer, you're going to be the captain for the varsity basketball team next year, correct?
Yes, I am.
And what are you looking forward to doing in that role? Like, what are some of your goals?
You know, it's not really a position where, like a president, where you can explicitly lay out what you plan on doing, but it's definitely a role where you're very responsible, and you know, it really puts you at the forefront of the team as a leader. So I mean, I'm just looking forward to representing my team in like the best way I can.
Mm-hmm. And we have a list, you all have a list that says the 18 non-negotiable responsibilities of a good captain. So I'm going to turn it over to Tori and Spencer again. And one of the things says a good captain will be approachable. Do you guys think you fit this characteristic, and why?
I like to think I am. At least amongst my team members, I think they don't have a very difficult time talking to me, which I enjoy because I really enjoy my golf team. I think we're more than just a team. We're really good friends outside of golf, which is nice. And so having them be able to come to me if it's a golf question or just like a life or school advice, that's a really good thing to have.
And yeah, I think last year, even though I wasn't a captain, I think I was like more of a team leader, and it's definitely, you know, an important trait to have as a captain. And I think especially, you know, we were all pretty close last year, but I think especially going into next year, after we have almost essentially the same team as last year, we're going to have a very good, you know, family-like bond. So I think that everyone should be approachable, but I'm hoping that I can be, you know, a good leader for my teammates to come to.
Okay, and another one on here says a good captain will act as a team sounding board, and in this role help direct the thinking of his or her teammates toward positive goals. So I mean, I guess this can apply to everyone, because we all in leadership positions want to have certain goals, and we want to help all those involved. So when you are leading, what do you aim to do? So whoever wants to take that in order to get some participation.
Go ahead.
I think for my class, what are we talking about? We're talking about how to help people get positive goals. I think for my class and Bevan's class, we both struggle for participation. We have a very close group of executive board members as well as Senate members, and I feel like we need to get out in our class more and be able to actually tell our classmates, this is what we do, this is what we need help with, and this is how you can help so we can all achieve our goals, which is prom ultimately.
Anything to add?
My class also has very little participation. There's like a couple, maybe 5 people that really are trying to participate.
So we just need to spread the word and really get all of the students to know, you know, we need your help, and give them the opportunity to help.
And I'm the president of student council, and I think we also have trouble with participation at times because we have such a close group with the executive board, and even though it's great because we're all so devoted, it's sometimes hard because we don't always have that number of people that we need. So it's always this small group doing all the work that takes a lot of effort. So do you guys have any ideas of how to get more people involved? Do you have any ways you're aiming to do that next year? I know you guys can't answer as much because people sign up for sports.
So what I'm hoping for next year with the class participation and involvement is just really making sure the word is known. So we're going to get up to date on our social media accounts like Instagram, Twitter, and we're also hoping to set up a Google Classroom, which is a way a lot of teachers this year have been reaching out students for posting homework. So by posting a Google Classroom page that all of the students in the class can join so they can see with upcoming fundraisers and everything, and also just targeting different groups of people for different activities that we know that they would be most likely involved in. Like if it's if you're targeting like the sportier kids in the grade, then maybe they can help out at a car wash or something, or like lifting things when we were doing decorations for graduation last week. Like that was really helpful to have all those kids come out, a different group, which was what I'm focusing on this year.
I think something that was successful for our class that at least got us 2 or 3 new members is we had a bring your friend to the meeting day type thing. So we all brought at least one person, and we actually got 2 or 3 people that stuck with it. So I feel like we might try one of those again.
That's great.
We're thinking of trying to find a time for it to be easier for everyone to show up to our meetings, because there's been a lot of complaints about early mornings or if that day doesn't work for them. So we're going to try to find a good date and like day of the week and time to have meetings, and maybe bring food because people do like to come with breakfast in the morning.
And turning it over to our sports captains. So, as you heard, I would say most of like student council and class senates, they struggle with participation most of the time. What are some of the problems that team captains can sometimes run into?
I mean, for basketball, last year we started the season very well, and then we hit a bit of a snag in the middle, which I think a lot of our team energy was just kind of, it just wasn't there. We didn't have like a good, close relationship. It just seemed like there was like animosity somewhere lingering around, but that's definitely one thing you want to keep away from a team. You want everything to be out in the open. You want everyone to be, upfront with each other and be open. So, obviously participation isn't too big of an issue, but trying to just keep everyone, close and keep any negative feelings away is definitely a major thing to do.
Tori?
Yeah, and for golf specifically, it is a team event, but you're also playing individually. So it's kind of difficult when one girl on the team loses a match and she gets really down on herself about it. So it's kind of difficult to get them thinking you didn't win, but overall the team might have won, and vice versa. Like if the team doesn't win, but someone has a really great match, it's good to focus on the positive things, and sometimes you can kind of get in your head and focus on like one bad hole or one bad match, and so that is a problem we run into a little bit.
Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so just to go off of what Tori was saying, for tennis this year, I was the captain of the tennis
that's right.
team, and it's also a very individual sport, but a team sport, so you're playing out there alone on the court or with your doubles partner, and if you lose your match, that's not the end of the world, because you just have to stay positive and go cheer on your teammates to support them, and to realize, okay, I might have lost, but the team didn't lose, or I won, but the team lost overall. So it's just sort of to keep the positive mindset.
Great. So on here we have 5 qualities of a successful student leader. So I'm just going to say some of the characteristics, and I was wondering if you guys could tell me what you think of it. So one of them is keep an open mind and always listen. How do you think that applies in being a leader?
I think keeping an open mind is really, really important, because as a leader in many clubs, if you have the mindset that it's your way or the highway, or you have the best idea, you will often overlook other ideas, and you won't be able to actually, going back to participation, if you always do your idea and you're not open to listening to others' ideas, no one's going to want to participate, because they're going to be like, I'm not heard. Why would I want to be there? So I feel like it's important to have an open mind to get people involved, and also to collaborate, because often through discussion you can find out what the best idea is and then be able to facilitate that idea.
Anything anybody want to add?
I agree with Ben.
Yeah, it's just important to consider everyone's ideas and make sure you're not overlooking anything, or even if you have a great idea, then maybe somebody else can add to it and make it even better so it's more feasible.
We also have on here learn from mistakes to improve for the future. So did any, you don't have this yet, but did anyone have a mistake this year that in their, they learned from it? Anything that didn't go successful in the class? or sport?
I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I feel like this year we had some communication issues. So a couple times we didn't communicate right, and that ended up getting a lot of people upset because they were like, I thought you were doing that, or vice versa. So that was a big mistake that we're going to try to improve on.
Yeah, and for sports, you can look at many losses as like a mistake to improve from. So basically, if you have a bad game or you have a tough loss, it stinks and everything, but you can also look at that as somewhere to improve from. And if you're trying to be a leader, you can either get really down about it, or you can look at what you did wrong or what you need to work on and just work on that from there.
Yeah, so just on a tennis one, we had this year we lost one match for our entire season, but that one match happened about the middle of the season, so we were able to come back and rally and change a few things up to make sure we could come back from it and not go on a downward slope. But it just like when we kept the positive mindset, like in coming back from that one tough loss, which everyone was pretty disappointed about, it just was able to raise it that much further, like the mindset of everyone in the team.
So we're coming to the end of the school year, and we're all going to have a leadership position next year. What are you guys looking to do next year? I mean, I guess we can go down the panel. So Ben?
One thing I'm really looking forward to is actually participation. I mean, I want to get more people involved so people can see how they can make an impact on their school, because that's why I do student government, is to impact my school in a positive way. So I really want to get more people involved.
I also want to get more people involved. A lot of people have come up to me telling me like what they think they can improve on, and I've told them that they can come to the meetings and voice their opinions. So I'm going to try to get more people involved and have more people have things to say.
Evan?
And I'm looking forward to working together with a bunch of different people in the class, the advisors, teachers, and whatever venue we choose for prom for next year, and just planning prom and making it affordable, and also to have more participation in planning these events so everyone feels like they have an equal say in what we end up doing.
You're probably going to have the busiest year next year with planning for prom and all that. Do you have more fundraisers planned for next year yet, or are you still thinking about it?
We're still thinking about it, but we have we're gonna do the classic car washes. We'll do the coffee sale. That's a big one. We'll do cookie dough. That's a juniors again, and then a gift basket probably, and then prom ticket sales are ultimately the biggest fundraiser for the class. So at whatever price we price the tickets at, that becomes a fundraiser for us.
Tori?
Yeah, so for golf, we have a very heavy upperclassmen. So we have about 3 people that won't be seniors next year. So we're really hoping to recruit a lot more underclassmen and hopefully some incoming freshmen to keep the team alive and the team going, really.
Yeah, we have kind of a almost opposite issue as them. Is this year, or we only have a handful of kids next year who are going to be seniors, and we have a lot of players who are underclassmen and who will be juniors and who will be sophomores, and also a relatively solid freshman class coming up. So I'm pretty excited because this year we lost in the first round, but that was very disappointing. And I think that we could make a stronger playoff push. We could have a better overall regular season, and I mean a lot of our team is still in the middle of high school, so we still have 1, 2, 3 more years left for many of our players. So I'm just hoping that we can continue to push forward and improve, and then hopefully get to a championship at some point.
So looking at like some of the problems that need to be addressed, I think next year for like something like student council, and we'll go to sports in a moment. But with school leadership problems, one of them I know is attendance, and like you can be involved with something, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're doing it. And I think that is definitely an issue that happens because even though, like I already said, you're doing something, when we actually need someone to show up, that doesn't always happen. So what do you think we could do to make sure that people are actually doing something that they say they're committed to?
So I know in student council, we're switching to afternoon meetings, which I think will be very helpful. I think that, and it's going to be later afternoon meetings, and I think that will help because that's after sports, so people don't really have an excuse why they can't be there if they want to be involved.
Kylie?
So pretty much we're also switching our meetings around because people aren't committing to when they sign up for things. And we'll send out like a text or like an update that we have a meeting, and you won't get an update back from people until like 5 minutes before the meeting starts saying that they can't come. So we're going to try to get more times where we know that people can come to the meetings.
Yeah, so for attendance, we're going to keep our morning meetings for next year because I find that the people, if you're trying to accommodate for people who sometimes necessarily can't, say they can't make it in the morning, but they might be able to make it in the afternoon, they're probably not going to show up to the afternoon meeting because it's just how it is sometimes, unfortunately. So we're definitely going to have some more afternoon additions, but keep our regular like section morning meetings just to in hopes of getting another crowd to come. If they don't necessarily want to be a full Senate member, they can come and voice their ideas, and if they want to say, oh, let's do black and yellow tablecloths for prom, like that's an as important say as whatever someone else says. Yeah.
Well, that concludes our discussion about leadership, and we'll be back in a moment to play Family Feud. Welcome back to Half Hour Jack Hour. We're about to do a speed round of Family Feud, and so our teams are Ben and Kylie, and then our second team is Bevan, Tori, and Spencer. So our first question is, so Bevan and Kylie are going to go against each other, and whoever gets the highest correct score will get to play it for the team. Okay, so first question is, if you had your own private jet, where would you go for the heck of it?
I would go to Iceland.
Well, that's not an option. These are like the most popular answers. So Bevan, what's...
Terrace?
Yes, that's number 4. Do you want to play or do you want to give it to the other team? You have 3 tries.
Play. We're gonna play.
Play, okay. Tori
Tori
Sheen.
popular answer.
Wait, are we doing like cities or?
They're countries.
Okay.
Or states. Or states.
Okay.
I'm gonna give
California.
Yep, that's one. Okay, Spencer.
Let's go with putting the pressure on
You're
me,
out of
Jack.
time. Bevan?
New York.
Nope. 2 strikes. Tori Sheen comes down to you.
Okay, I'm gonna say Italy.
Yep. Spencer?
China.
No. Okay, you're out. So you guys can
So we
take all
have-
the points from them if you have one guess
Okay, I'll do it.
for one of the places.
Hawaii.
That's the top answer. So you won that category. Okay, so the next one is name something that scares the living daylights out of people. Tori.
Ghost.
It was Tori.
Spiders.
Yes, that's number 2, but if you predict number 1, you get to play it.
Ghosts.
No. Okay, Tisha, do you want to play it or do you want...
Yes.
Okay, what's Spencer? What's another one?
Death.
No, that's not one. Bevan.
Heights.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Tisha.
The dark.
Yes, that's the last one. Spencer.
Falling.
No. Okay, so you guys get to steal
hide
again
your
if you
screen,
can think of
please?
one thing out of
Can you
10.
repeat the question?
Name something that scares the living daylights out of people. This is actually really easy. You're gonna run out of time. I'm gonna
Dogs.
You guys take that round.
Alright.
Some of the other options were snakes, thunder, bugs,
say snakes.
lightning, scary movie, burglar, mice.
So what are we at?
Nice.
What are the teams at?
Right.
1-1. Okay, tell me something that father teaches their sons. It was Kylie.
Wait,
It was, you know, supposed to be Spencer, but
Oh.
Kylie, you're gonna go for it. Name
Okay.
what's one thing?
shaving.
No.
What?
No.
My mom taught me how to shave.
So, So you guys get to play it. So we're gonna come back to Bevan. Name. It's 4 things. So what's one?
How to ride a bike.
No. Tori Shea.
Baseball.
Sports. We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you. 3 more other options, Spencer.
Well, I was gonna go with how to ride a bike, but how about how to set up a bank account?
No. Too specific. Bevan.
How to be a man. Give it to me.
Yeah.
I'll
it
give
to
you.
her.
Well, I don't know if it's okay. Fine. It's about
Yeah.
girls. So.
Yeah, how to be
Yeah.
a man.
Sure.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
T-
yeah.
Tori.
Um,
2 other things. They're actually really easy if you think about it.
how to drive.
Yes. Okay. If you get the last one, you get the round.
Come on, Spencer.
How about how to talk?
No. Ben, you have one. They get the round if you don't get the last thing in the category. Come on, we're running out of time. Come on.
Not bad. Come on.
How to be safe.
No,
Like,
it's fishing.
Oh my God,
It's fishing.
fishing. I was gonna
say
Fishing.
I was gonna say how to
Well, you
tie
didn't
a
say
I thought
it.
that was
You didn't say it.
sport.
Okay.
Okay.
The next one is name a place you go that stresses you out. Ben,
The dentist or doctors.
pick one. It's too specific.
Doctors.
Yes. But there's that's the number 2. So if you guys get to the number 1, you get to play it. Stresses you out.
School.
No, but that's the last one. But you guys don't get to play it.
So there's 2 answers for us.
There's gonna be 4 other answers.
Oh, 4 things. Okay.
Kylie,
Stresses you.
stresses you out. Come
like court, like lawyer.
on. Court? No.
Oh, that would stress me out.
No, no. Ben?
I'll say the dentist.
No.
Oh.
Kylie?
The bank.
Oh no, the
Okay, if you
bank!
guys can guess one thing, you get the round. You get the round. Maybe talk to each other. You can
Wait,
do
we're allowed to
that.
talk to each
What are we-
other?
What are we feeling?
Yes. Okay, you have 3 seconds. 3, 2,
Someone's house.
1.
Going to someone's house.
Actually, I'll give it to you because it's relative's house.
Yes. Going
So
to a
the other
family's
options were
relative's
work. Don't
it
know why no
a
one
date?
thought of that.
Wait, is it
Work,
a
actually.
date?
No.
That would stress me out.
Motor vehicles. It's and the
vehicle?
mall.
mall.
So I think it's
I'd
it's
have
3,
breakdowns.
1.
2-1,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So we have about 2 more minutes left. So name something people feel before they purchase it. Actually, no. Let's skip that one.
Okay.
Wait, am I doing it? Yeah.
Name something in your house that's over 50 years old. Spencer.
A piano.
No. Ben and Kylie. Okay.
A book.
No. So because they buzzed in first, they get to play it. Okay. So Bevan, back to you. 50 years or older in your house. Something.
The actual house itself.
No.
Oh.
Tori.
Okay. A couch.
Furniture. Yes. Spencer.
Grandfather clock.
No. Bevan.
Your grandmother.
No. Okay. If you guys can guess one thing, you steal the
50
round.
years or older.
Um,
How about like a wedding dress or like a piece of clothing that
Who
was
is
passed down?
No.
That's a thing.
Okay, so you guys won it 4-1. It's plumbing, floors, and wiring. Those are a little weird.
I was gonna
What's
say
that?
Florida,
Aren't
but-
most
Of
of those
course
the actual
floor.
house itself?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, we can come back.
No.
Name.
1 minute.
Okay, name. What's something that comes in chunks?
Oh,
I didn't see that. Bevan.
chocolate.
Yes.
Pineapple.
That's
Wait, no, that was the best. That was the.
no, that's the top answer.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
I was gonna-
Pineapple is 1. Pineapple is 1. Spencer. Spencer.
Throw up.
No. Bevan.
Cheese.
Yep. Tori?
Peaches.
What?
Peaches.
No. Spencer.
Mangoes.
What?
Mangoes.
No. So that concludes Half Hour Jack Hour. I hope you enjoyed
I was
today's
gonna go
show where we
peanut
took
butter.
a look at school leadership at this year and to the future. So I'll see you next year.